Okay. It says we are live. Hopefully that's true. And still, we are very much crooked still. I don't know why. I mean, I do kind of know why, but sorry. I'm just adjusting the camera without giving you any warning. Hello. How are we? Happy Friday? It's Friday, right? It's the 9th. Yes, it's Friday. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Sorry. My brain is sort of diving into the tasks that I want to get done today because for whatever reason, this second novella is not holding my attention as much, which is a problem. And so I'm trying to decide whether or not to re-outline said novella to be a little bit better, to hold my interest a little bit more, or whether or not I'm just going to shelve it. So there's that, because I've averaged about 1,000 a day for it instead of the 2,000 that I would like to have for it. Because some days I've been distracted, some days I've been working on the plot bunny story idea. So yeah, but hopefully I'll be able to get something done, whether it's productivity type stuff or for diving into one of the two novellas. I'm just trying to figure out what it is exactly I want to do. And to be honest, I'm not sure. So we're going to work on something today. I'm going to try to work on like one thing, and if it doesn't work, I'll move to the next thing on my list and so on. But we are here. We are showing up. We are going to get some work done. That's the thing. We are here. So also, I have hair clips over here because I'm trying to keep my sleeve out of the medication that I have put on bug bites. So if you see the weird hair clip thing, that's the reason it's there. I also have a Band-Aid on my finger because I scrape, like, how do I always seem to scrape my own knuckles, like with my fingernails, whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, so I did that again this morning to my pinky finger. And so that's the Band-Aid there, which is going to make typing interesting. But yeah, so those are the complaints of the day. But now I am hopefully ready to get some work done. How about you? Got any complaints of the day, or that you just need to get off your chest, or are you also on the like struggling to focus train? Like, what's up with you? How are we? Also, I saw the crow today. He did not want the strawberries. I put some strawberries out. He did not want them. And the squirrel was out, and the squirrel has managed to get to the suet block again, despite the greased pole. It held them back for like 1.5 days. But anyway, so yeah, Mom Maggie is here and is stream hopping. Hello, Mom Maggie. How are you? Kara is here. Today's Therapet card is our space squid friend who says, trying your best is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. And today's Wake Up Kick-Ass Repeat card says, you create your own reality. Yes. Monique is here. Hey, y'all. Hello. Welcome. Currently hyperfixating about the new Pope because while he's American, he's mixed race. Also, his new coat of arms is very interesting. I have not seen the new coat of arms, so I'll have to take a look at that. Stacey says, I think my story would do well. Okay, this is in regards to the poll for today. To see the past, maybe to figure out how to solve their problem. Yes, today's poll is whether or not, like, which of the two psychic abilities would you give your character? Seeing the future or seeing the past? Being able to look into the future, see what problems are coming, and like possibly change the future, or seeing the past and answering questions of what has been, or maybe figuring out motivations for people. that kind of stuff. So it kind of depends on the story that you're writing. Because if you were, have some sort of mystery in there, seeing the past would be very helpful. Um, Whereas if you have some sort of like high stakes fantasy or high stakes chase of some sort, seeing the future could be useful because then it could give you an impetus for your characters to move in order to change the future if it's really bleak. Lindsay says, hiya. Hiya. Hello. Welcome. Okay, so this is in regards to the coat of arms. Blue and white fleur-de-lis, heart, and a book. The blue and white fleur-de-lis are symbols of Mary. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's always sort of like you have to kind of wait for a few weeks, few months to see what the new pope is going to start pushing for, and how they're going to be responding to world events, to really see what their stance as pope is. Tessa is here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Monique says, Howard, blue and white are also his alma mater's colors. And the fleur-de-lis is also associated with New Orleans / Creole as well as France. Yes, but he's from Chicago, right? Is his family from New Orleans? Stacy's watching the Karen Reed retrial and making a database for your ebooks. You think you're halfway through the initial, and that's the last milestone that you're going to be able to mark. Gotcha. Tessa is having to get repairs done on your power chair. Oh, you hit the wall while learning in the beginning, so you're getting it fixed, hopefully. I hope so. Did they ever get you the part that is supposed to automatically raise your feet? Or are you still having to wait for that part? Lindsay says, I'm struggling with my past self, writing in all caps, and now you have to retype it. Oh, no. Wait a second. Which program are you using? I feel like there's something. It may not matter if you originally typed it in caps, though. There's some programs have a toggle between caps and lowercase. But that kind of depends on the program you're using. And sometimes that also depends on the font. And so it may not, if you typed it initially in all caps, you may, I don't know. We'll see. Lexi says, hello. Hello. Welcome. His mom's ancestry. Okay. Traces back to New Orleans and Haiti. Gotcha. Okay. And yes, you did get that part a few weeks ago. Good. Good, good. I'm glad. Hopefully the repair won't take too long then. Okay. So as I said, I'm sort of struggling with the current novella. I finished the first novella for this quarter. It's like rough draft anyway. Rough draft is done. I'm only at about like 8.5K for the second novella. And I should be today at like 18K. I'm very behind on that one. So I'm trying to figure out what it is exactly that I'm not liking and enjoying about this, because I run into this occasionally. It's like I have an idea and I start going for it, and then I just get bored. And I'm like, okay, well, what about this is not holding my attention? Is it the premise of the book? Is it the way that I did it? Is the way that I outlined it? Like what exactly is not holding my interest? So I have to figure that out. I have to either re-outline or redo something for it, because it's just not working. Of course, that means that if I do that, I'm going to have to take these stickies and put them back up here if I'm going to restart, or put additional stickies up. I'm not sure. But yeah, so struggling with maybe re-outlining or re-brainstorming for the second novella. Um, Definitely working like I've been working a little bit. You can't really see them, but right there, right here, this pale yellow is the long project. Um, I don't have the plot bunny up there at all, and I've written several thousand in the plot bunny. So it's like, where do I go with that? So Megan says, "Ooh, this is a tough one. Which one is a tough one? The what to work on, or the poll? Which one would you rather have? The seeing the past or the future? That's sometimes I think it depends on your story and your characters. Because for some stories, like if you're writing a detective fiction, like seeing the past would be, 100% easy for me to answer in terms of that. But anyway, of course, you could have a really interesting, like murder mystery solving thing where you see the future, so you try and stop the murders. But then I feel like you would get involved in the police as a suspect real quick, which could be a good premise for the story. But on the other hand, however, I'm not sure. I don't know. It could go either way, right? If detective fiction, sort of, which one do you want? It could go either way. But I think for most of my detective-esque characters, I think I would choose seeing the past. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a document, one that I think I'm going to work on first. We need the doggos for the day, right? Megan was referencing the poll, which is the best option. Do you want to piece things together, or do you want to plan for the future all the time? It's a good question. All right, so Thursday's dogs. We have multiple dogs. Flora and Frank. Frank is showing Flora the art of digging holes, and Flora is just happy to be there. 13 out of 10 for both. So here are Flora and Frank. Let's see if I can get the... I feel like maybe eventually it might. It might. Sorry, it's still slightly out of focus, and I don't know how to fix it. I got the white background. It's like, So Flora and Frank are adorable. And then we have today's Ralphie. He searched some pretty controversial squirrel-related opinions and has quickly fallen down a problematic YouTube rabbit hole. Someone should probably step in, probably the government. So Ralphie is hard at work at the computer and has fallen down the YouTube rabbit hole. So there we go. So we have Laura and Frank and Ralphie. They're very cute. Very, very cute. You wound up choosing the past, seeing the past. Nice. Kara says, right now my goal for myself is basically getting anything done at all. I can't do much more than that. Hey, yes. I will take it. Right? That's some days that's all we can't do. Megan says, I figured it can be as illustrative as seeing the future. Yes. Such fluffy marshmallows. Yes, they're so cute. So cute. Megan has 13 pages left to take notes on, and you're so bored you don't want to do homework. So hopefully you'll get something done. Do you have a reward in mind for when you get done with taking your 13 pages of notes? Because I feel like we could maybe knock that out in 1 to 2 sprints, and then you could have a reward of some kind. I don't know what reward you want and or have. I have peppermints. You want a peppermint? That's about all I have in front of me. That and some not finished crocheted lavender flowers. They're just purple spirals at the moment. Um, so yeah, so I still have these that need to be done. So that way I put a stem on them and have a purple lavender, dark purple lavender stem. Your reward is doing something fun. Yes, as it should be. Generally takes you about 3 hours to finish 25 pages of notes. Yikes, that's the number you started at. Gotcha. Okay, so you've done about half of that. So 1.5 hours. So it might take you the whole stream. Gotcha. Understood. Cute. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I have the lavender that is not done, and then I have the roses that I still have not made the stems for. But I've got the roses. I've got two of each that I have to finish at some point. That's what you're thinking. Not looking forward to it. Darn ADHD. Well, hopefully the sprints can help, right? Hopefully. But yeah, I definitely understand that. It's like, do I want to? No, not really. But if I must. All right. Let's start with I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna start us at 25 because I feel like I don't think I'm gonna be able to focus for the full 30. That's gonna be just preempting your sprint, and we're gonna start at 25. Because I need it. Oh, I also still haven't done the card for the day. We've done the doggos. Let's do the card. The card is the hawk. Let the spirit be your guide. It's number 32. Here's our hawk friend. Let the spirit be your guide. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the clouds, and doesn't miss anything. When the hawk arrives, you are called to pay close attention to messages from the spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. The hawk asks you not to dismiss the signs that the spirit is sending to guide you. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song, or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest of places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you and connect with their symbolism. The spirit wants to connect and communicate and reaches out again and again. When the hawk appears, it's a sign to listen. So there you go. So you're looking for synchronicities. You're looking for coincidence. You're looking for signs that you are seeing over and over again. Because generally, if you start looking for them, you're going to find them. But it's when your subconscious or your conscious is telling you you should be looking for something, you should be paying attention. It's because something is already on your mind. And so you are seeking that confirmation. And the universe will oftentimes cooperate. So, oh gosh, y'all, I just realized I have like this streak of gray right here. Kind of cute. It's kind of cute. I'm going to be a silver fox one day. Maybe. But hey, I don't mind having some like really cool distinctive stripes. I don't think I have any over here, but like right there. Cute little stripe. Sorry. I am so easily distracted today. It's not a good sign. Okay. Ooh, you have sweet potato fries. Yum. Sweet potato fries are tasty. You saw a hawk yesterday. Excellent. Do you know what kind of a hawk it was? Megan says, I was just talking to someone I had a really great connecting chat with, and they gave some really great advice. You feel like the hawk is saying, pay attention to this. Nice. You were very synchronous, and you even commented on how similar your stories were. It's great. So yeah, definitely sort of that echo is something to pay attention to. Monique says, I pulled a 3 of Wands from my Buffy tarot deck. 3 of Wands. That's not the jelly seed card. That's the 3 of Cups. You navigation pain. Nope, wrong one. Okay, 3 of Wands. Wandy Wands. Where are you? Okay, 3 of Wands is, 3s are cards of stability, past, present, future. Oh, interesting. We have the past and the present. Or past, present, future in regards to our poll today, right? Maiden, mother, crone, etc. So yeah, so you have the all sides of things. It's a card of established strength, strength that has already been established, and a character is setting up their own settlement or stronghold, building something new for themselves. Could be also business leadership, commerce, cooperation, or discovery of something new. So there you go. Honestly, not sure what kind of hawk, but you saw hawks are pretty common in Texas. Is brown and tawny. Nice. Nice. I think I have seen mostly hawks, but I have seen a peregrine falcon in person before, and they're really cool. Okay, again, random thoughts. Just random schnitz. I had a matcha latte today, so could be caffeine kicking on. Could be a red-tailed hawk. They are kind of brown. Yes. Could have been a prairie falcon, but you're not sure. The red-tailed hawks can be kind of brown. Yes, they can. Megan just Googled, and there are 18 types of hawks in Texas. Oh, good goodness. That's kind of like the however many words for snow in the indigenous communities. Like so many words, different kinds of snow, different kinds of sounds, different kinds of like moistness, how it falls, all that kind of thing. Anyway, okay, where is it? There we go. I think. Yes, okay. So I'm going to pull up the 25-minute timer because I'm very sorry, but my attention span is probably not going to hold for 30 minutes for the first time. So we're going to do it 25 and see how we do. So 1, save your document if you have already been working today like a good writer. 2 is make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. Three is to straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, clicking on things. Okay. So I had an idea and I was trying to figure out how to do it. I want to make like a sliding tracker for in my one of my journals. And I think the best way that I'm going to do it is essentially um, cut a long strip of cardstock or paper, and bend the tabs so that I can glue the ends down, but don't glue it yet. And then I want to mark the space that's going to be above the glued part, in increments, um, so I can count percentage. But then I want like something to slide. So I was thinking if I have like a really cute turtle that I could back with cardstock, then I could make a loop on the back with some extra paper or tape or string or something, and then like slide the strip through it. And then that way I have a little slider. But the problem is, I think the only turtle stickers I have are like paper fronted. So I think I would have to reinforce that with some clear tape or laminate it. Laminate it might work better. But I've got all kinds of cute stickers. I'm like, ooh, I can make a slider out of that, but I really want to do it with a turtle. So I'm like, but it's like I have these really cute sheep stickers that I'm like, one of those would be great. But I want a turtle. So, and I used, like on the front, you can kind of see there's this little turtle with air balloons, but I've used all of those. I only have one, I think I only have one birthday party sticker left, which was that sheet. That sheet was from the birthday party set. I have plenty of bunnies. I have plenty of sea life, plenty of dogs and cats, penguins, just like farm animals, pandas. I even have like just faces, like little bitty faces, emoticons, if you will. But I'm like, ooh, oh no, oh no. Lunch with the Middle is canceled because the propane guy ran over her mother-in-law's dog when he came flying up the ranch's driveway at 40 miles per hour. No. I hope the dog's gonna be okay. But yeah, that would definitely interrupt things. It's also the last day of Cat Lady book sale, and you're gonna have 5 free books for Mother's Day stuff your Kindle. Yes, we will. I will make sure to do the link parade. Thank you very much, Mom Maggie. Hopefully Doggo is okay. Hopefully Doggo will be okay. Probably not okay at the moment, but anyway, so that was what I got distracted at the end by. But like I could also do like Orange Kitty with glasses as my tracker. Like I could do a bunch of things. And so now I'm just contemplating, do I want a whole bunch of sliding trackers once I figure out how to get it to work properly? I could also just draw the turtle on some cardstock and make it, but Kara says you gamify everything as much as possible, especially when it comes to doing tasks you don't necessarily want to do. Yeah. I also have to figure out, because most of my rewards are like food based. So I'm like, oh, I get candy, but I don't necessarily need another cookie or candy or whatever. So I'm kind of like, well, what else do I enjoy? New books. I've got plenty of new books that I haven't read yet on my TBR. So it's like, how do I reward myself? So where it doesn't feel sort of like a cop out. Monique says, Sinners, the movie, is inspiring you to try and create a vampire who isn't noble, rich, or aristocratic. Technically, you already have that with Andy's father, who was turned into a vampire and lives on the streets in urban poverty. I feel like probably the younger vampires would not be as rich, etc., because they wouldn't have multiple lifetimes to gain. to gain wealth yet. So probably the younger vampires. But also I feel like at some point there probably could be an oops in the vampire world where somebody who is, coming for revenge against the aristocratic person, um, who had just had enough and just wanted to, you know, um, Marie Antoinette some people. Is that the right? Not kind of you kind of get the vibe I'm going for. But anyway, so um, having somebody like that who just wants to off with their heads, uh, be an oops a doopsie turned, um, then maybe that person wouldn't have, uh, they again would not start out with much, but would probably be very, very happy because now they can go and kill more rich aristocratic. But then at some point, I feel like they would probably turn to looting and taking over their resources, and eventually turn into rich aristocratic person. But Kara pulled another card for us, the Enchanted Map deck, card number 33, Peaks of Joy. Megan was dealing with the noises from outside. They just never end. First, it was the gardeners doing their thing. Yep. Now it's some sort of motor or generator running loudly. Gotcha. And it squeaks every so often. Oh, no. Heather says, you've been looking for a good while, but you've got to go. See you later. Thanks for coming. Lexi got 2,100. Wow, 2,120. Nice. Nice. Dog is not okay. Daughter's traumatized. Yeah. Sending healing vibes, doggos and daughter's way. Yeah. I hope everything winds up okay. Megan says, I think there would be a middle class vampire. I'm sure there would. I'm sure that because at some point, like you would have I would feel like the aristocratic people would want to deal with their butler, their, keep their butler around, the one that has served them so long and they've trained quite well. So I feel like at some point there needs to be some sort of like middle management vampires so that they don't have to keep training people to do it the way they want it. So I feel like, yeah, there would be a middle class of vampires. Leave you up for a watch time. Thank you very much. Like maybe has some wealth, but not enough to really do anything with it. Yeah. Okay, in your character's case, Jamari has only been a vampire for 5 years. He was turned into a vampire when Andy was 12. Sounds like an emo folk band from like 2008, middle class vampire. I mean, it could work. Monique says, dang, thanks for that idea. I think vampires in book 2 count as middle class-ish because they're bohemians who have a film production company. Yeah. It's because you know the band Middle Class Red. Gotcha. Yeah. I feel like there were bands galore with all kinds of names in the mid-aughts. So between 2000 and 2010, somewhere in there, there were just bands galore. So there should be a name for just about any kind of band. Okay. If you have not voted in the poll, please make sure you do so. The question for today is, which psychic ability would you give your character? The ability to see the future or the ability to see the past? And again, I definitely think this depends on the story you're writing, like how much of a mystery element versus how much you want to sort of make it high stakes. You see the future and you must try and avoid it type of thing. Versus what happened? Oh, this is what happened. You're not sure if Bohemians count as middle class because at least one of them has been alive since the Belle Epoque. Oh gosh, there's a show, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but this couple inherits an old hotel, and the girl happens to be able to see ghosts, and so they go, and there's like a hippie ghost, a Viking ghost, a Boy Scout club leader ghost, and like a bunch of other ghosts. And anyway, so the hippie girl is what I was thinking of. Flower, I think is her name. Anyway, she's yeah. It's called Ghosts. Okay, very simple. Ghosts. Yeah. But it sort of makes me think of that. Anyway. Okay, let's do another sprint while I try and figure out. Oh, I never told y'all how much I got. I got 411 words, which is more than I thought I was going to get for sure. Plus, then I started thinking about and figuring out how to do that slider thing. We're going to figure it out at some point. So, all right. Present, share screen. Oops, I closed it. Never mind. Can't share it yet. Clicking on all the things. This time we will do the full 30 minutes, so that I have time to do the link parade as well. So don't forget, if you have something to promote, please make sure you do so during this sprint. All right. Don't forget to save. That's number 1. Number 2 is make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. Three is to straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oops. There we go. I'm now at 762, which means I did about 350. I'll just put it all together. Okay, so 30 plus 25, 55 minutes. Okay. Don't forget to do your self promo in case you have not already done so. I did try and pop in the link parade. So if I have missed you, let me know and I will share your channel link. So here is the beginning of the link parade. Don't forget to follow your fellow sprinters and the channels that you visit often. Here is Kara's channel. There we go. Here is Monique's channel, Miss Ocampo writes. Here is Stacy's channel. Here is Lindsay's channel. Here is Tessa's channel. Here is Lexi's channel. Here is Megan's channel. Here is Mama Maggie's channel. And here is Heather's channel. Tessa says you're trying to start writing again. You haven't written in about 5 months. Well, it's understandable. You've been very sick for quite some time. So I'm glad that you took the time to heal and feel better. But definitely it's going to take some time to get back into your routines. Megan also has some encouragement for you. It will happen when it happens. This just may be your time for gathering inspiration. It's kind of like the best advice you've ever gotten about finding love. If you're always putting pressure on yourself to find it, it's going to do everything it can to hide from you. But if you let it have the space it needs, it'll get curious and come over to you. This also works for animals who are nervous. Kara, he is sharing the Ornery Book Emporium vlog, Insecure Writers Support Group. So that's the support group post. Stacey had to refresh your Kindle list again. This is going to take forever, but you are in the letter M, so you guess there is that. Yes. I thought you did something like this a little bit ago. Are you having to redo it, or is this a different list that you're creating? I know maybe that was the downloading that you did. Yeah, that was the downloading right before they cut off reading offline. So you're creating the database for it. Okay. Now I'm trying. Now my brain is ticking. Okay. Lexi got 1,624 done. Fantastic. Excellent. Tessa is working on writing prompts. Excellent. Good. Yeah, you downloaded everything while you could, but you're actually making a list this time, the database for yourself. Yes. Megan says, I think I'm going to accept homework on Saturdays. Accept homework on Saturday and focus on my other assignments. Okay, you're giving in that you were going to have to do some work tomorrow. Gotcha. And going to swap to something that you can actually focus on. Understood. Understood. Tessa says thanks to Megan for the advice. Okay. We have one more sprint. And I'm thinking I'm going to switch tasks. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I am like Megan in that I'm like, my brain is not really braining for me today. I think I might have to do something else. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Babbling Brook. And this will be the third sprint. Megan says, yeah, you've not even made it 2 pages during the 2 sprints. This is painfully boring. Oh no. So is this a physical book that you're reading or an ebook? Can you have it read aloud to you? Would that help? I don't know if that would help or not. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to switch topics to get some actual momentum going on your homework, sounds like a plan. All right, let's do this. So 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. It's a physical book because he teaches from the physical book you have, not the ebook that he provides. Okay. Do you have one of the apps that you can scan the page and it'll read it to you? I know there's a couple apps like that for accessibility purposes. So that's something that you may want to look into. I don't know. Maybe not. Could just be a rabbit hole. All right, let's do this. So 1, save. 2, with sip. 3, with straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4 is make sure that if you need a book, if you need a break, not a book. But yeah, if you need a book, get a book. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I think I at least made some progress on something. I got a couple more words written, got up to 851. Um, then I started penciling in what I'm going to be using this journal for, and sort of calculating page numbers and stuff like that. So I'm making some progress on something. So progress of a sort. It's kind of where we are with that. But yeah, so only 850 words for the session, which is not great. So I'm definitely going to be probably joining some Friday evening sprints for whoever has them. Just hopping around, stream hopping this evening to get a little bit more done. But yeah, so there's that. Also, I'm gonna have to clean up the mess I made when I pulled out all my sticker pads, sticker books from the drawer. Reminds me yet again of how many sticker books I have, which is a lot. But yeah, so let me save my tracker. Let me save my document. I'll also be just sort of like deciding whether or not I'm going to continue with this novella, or if I'm going to scrap it, if I'm going to rework it, just leave it off to the side for the while, something like that. I got to decide. Let's see. I did also do a quick Google search for apps that will read a physical page aloud for you. So here are some of the names that Google provided: Speechify, Natural Reader, Apple's Spoken Content, and KNFB, which I don't know what that stands for, but there you go. Rachel says, hello, everybody. Just finishing up some scheduling and wanted to stop by to hug the like button. Finish the stuff that you can do at your desk, so time for laundry and cooking. Understood. Leaving us on for review time. Have a great weekend. Same. Have a good weekend for you as well. Stacy says, I'm losing motivation to keep working on this database. Yeah, I can understand how that would be, which is also why I have not started accounting for my books in a new database either. So Lexi got 1,666 done. Excellent. Lexi is sort of covering for for the rest of us who are not getting as many words at the moment, but that's okay. At least one of us is productive. Alrighty, y'all. I will hopefully see y'all on Monday, which is my mom's birthday, but I will be here to get a little bit more work done. So yeah, hopefully in the new week, I will be able to focus more. Maybe I won't have a latte right before the stream. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Don't forget to this weekend is Mother's Day, so wish your mother figure, whether it's bio mom of the heart, just a motherly figure in your life. Wish them a happy Mother's Day, and have a good weekend. Don't forget to put on sunscreen if you're going outside, and don't forget to stay hydrated. I will see y'all soon. Bye.